that you're just going to have to review. I'm not an expert in that in hazmat. The big thing there is not so much that you have to be an expert. It's just you have to have awareness of it. So the some things that could come up in a test question is like, okay, how would you recognize the placard? Well, number one, you don't want to be so close that you can just see it. You want to be so far away that you need binoculars to see it, right? Because that's going to keep you far away from the contaminants. So binoculars, you want to be able to use binoculars to see the placard. Now, when you see the placard, so there's going to be a pictogram that with some kind of symbol, where do you find out what that symbol means? You're going to look in the like the big orange book.
The ERG book, right?
Yeah, right. The emergency response guidebook. Um, that kind of stuff, a lot of that just kind of comes down to just it's common sense stuff, or you just need to know where to find the information. You don't necessarily need to know what all of it means. If you get a question like that, you either know it or not, but remember, you don't have to know everything to pass. I'm telling you, based on what I've seen today, if you'll just follow the steps, you're going to do well. Like your information is solid, your recall is solid, your reasoning makes sense in terms of like, oh no, there's several times you're like, no, we're not going to do this because of whatever. That reasoning is what's going to help you keep making safe decisions. I feel very strongly that you're going to do well as long as you follow the steps. Now, if you go just do your own thing, I don't know. But if you follow the steps, I think you're going to do very well. Don't overthink it at all. Now, let's shift gears a little bit. So inside of our school community, let me get my screen pulled up. Okay, so let's go to classroom. All right, so right here under the 14 days program, if we go to final week before exam, so you are Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you're 3 days away, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you would just go to 3 days away. I think you already did
I
these.
did all of that already. Like, this is what I just pulled up. I'm like all the way. So.
Okay. And you did these 100 questions?
I did those last night. And
Okay,
I got
well,
the
you're
97
already
on
ahead
that.
then. So one thing I do, so in fact, for you, if you want to focus on just one thing, like if time is like at this point, don't worry about doing any more videos. I think you're solid. What I would have you do is just go to classroom, go to bonus resources, comprehensive study guide, and just go through the study guide. Just kind of say, okay, do I know this or do I not? Because some of the things you may have like learned about it earlier in a cohort or something, but just go through this comprehensive study guide and just kind of quiz yourself to see, do I understand this or not? There's a whole, here, let's just pull it up. There's a whole section on, okay, so like for here, make sure you know the buckets in order, the 5 buckets. Let's see. Like a lot of this stuff, this is just basic stuff that came up in the NREMT PASS Study Course about, opening the airway, head tilt, chin lift, jaw thrust. Like those are simple things, but you still have to remember the basics. Okay, suction time for an adult versus kid. Contraindications for OPA versus NPA, things like that. Like this is just normal basic stuff. Okay, we already talked about organophosphate poisoning and sludge M. Just know like what all the letters mean. Like the M is meiosis for pinpoint pupils. We see that with organophosphates. We also see that with opiates. Those are the top 2 that we are concerned with. It's a lot of other things, but the main 2 are those 2. BFAST, what does that apply to?
Stroke.
It's going to be a stroke, okay? And you just want to use this as like a quick, okay, do I remember OPQRST or OPQRSTI? Okay,
that comes in your secondary.
That's a part of your secondary survey. Physical exam, we either do a full head to toe or we do a focused. Let's see, I don't know, it should say it in there, but for major trauma and unresponsive, we do a full head to toe. Otherwise, we do a focus exam. So I've got some stuff on the abdominal quadrants or the 9 abdominal regions. Like this is stuff where it's just like you got to know it kind of thing. Care sign. Okay, care sign is where you have splenic laceration with pain to the left shoulder. Murphy sign, on the other hand, is where you have either a liver or gallbladder problem, primarily with pain toward the right shoulder. Okay, so that's
Mhm.
Kerr sign, Murphy sign. And then, of course, when it comes to bruising, we have like Cullen's, Gray Turner, and things like that. But yeah, but what I would do is just kind of go through this. Like I said, there's so much information in this in this study guide. This would
Yeah.
be just a good thing to review just to make sure, hey, I got it. If you can confidently answer nearly every one of these questions, you're going to pass this test 100%. Because that's the content. I mean, that's where the content is coming from.
Right.
Um, all I've done is taken like a book and just condense it down to like the high yield information. Now, do I cover everything possible that you would ever want to know? No, no book, no one book even does that. The books would need to be like, as high as the building. So, but the thing is, you don't have to know everything. You have to know what to do when you don't know everything, and that's
Yeah.
follow a system. Just follow the same system. Some things that you want to draw out on your page actually come down to, let's see.
I figured I would probably draw the 5-star. I would write out the seed tricks. I would write out, well, the oxygen ventilation, all the triangles, Mr. Ladd,
Yep.
and the 5 buckets I would probably try to do.
Okay. So exactly that.